Hello and welcome back, Transformer TCG fans. I can't remember where exactly we left off in the Undisclosed chapter characters. It's still a lot to go over, but let's go over 5 characters very quick. And we're just gonna look at them. We're gonna see what their abilities and their stats, their star counts are, and that's gonna be it. And we're gonna go. I can't remember exactly where we left off. Tempo and Trunk are not done yet. I just got to type in and get update and correct their stats and their abilities for the most part. But I think everyone else is done. So I remember going through a lot of these guys, and maybe I've already gone through these before, but let's look at Gasline, the leaky infantry. He's based on a truck that my dad had when I was a kid. It's a 66 Chevrolet truck. The truck, some of this artwork, I really surprised myself. And I really tried to fix a lot of things on the colorings and quote-unquote inking side of things on computer to make them look a little better. And yeah, it looks more striped than shiny, but oops. But anyway, let's keep going. 7-star character, truck, melee, and alt mode. Stats are 2, attack of 2, health of 9, defense of 2 in alt mode. When you flip to this mode, move a damage from one character you control to another character on your team. So you're just able to move a damage from one of your characters to another. So if you're playing Battle Masters, that'll help get the Battle Masters KO'd. There's no stipulation, moving damage without KOing, so you don't have to worry about that. You help move around some of your own. And it's only one. It's just 1 damage. There's nothing else on here. No pierce, no bold, no tough. Flip him over to bot mode. He does have tough too. I gave him the common designation here. In bot mode, he's now a ranged character. So he's, gonna be moving one damage around from one character to another. Of course, someone's gonna have to be damaged before you can flip him from bot to alt to get that done. In bot mode, his stats are 5, 9, and 0. Because his defensive 0, that's why I gave him tough 2. So you can put armed hovercrafts on him and get stuff like that kind of worked out. Almost a vanilla character, but not quite. Very simple. Gridiron is next. That is my joke character. If you remember, he's a small card. He's 5 stars. He's not a building. He is, and this is all in joke. This is all in jest, guys. He's a ranged character because he's a grill. Not exactly a range in your kitchen, but it's a joke. And I gave him the Earth trait also, just to be able to give him something. So it's not the human trait, it's the Earth trait. And originally, he's not a building. I didn't do the building trait on here. But you can tell he's a grill. And I kind of loosely based it on my grill, though I kind of flipped it around a little bit. You can see the propane tank pretty easily there. 5 stars. Stats are 1, 7, and 1 in alt mode, which is pretty low. With tough 1, this has tough 3, while 3 upgrades are equipped on this until end of turn. So that's actually nice. I've played around with this character, and I have been able to get and keep 3 upgrades. And it just has to be 3 upgrades. It can be attack drones. It can be 3 extra paddings. It just has to be 3 upgrades. I'm not saying you have to cover each upgrade slot. He doesn't have to have a weapon, armor, and utility on it. Just 3 upgrades. And then boom, he has tough 3. So there's that. Flip him over to bot mode. He's 3, 7, and 0. So he has no defense, but even though his attack goes up, he also has bold 1. And he has bold 3 while 3 upgrades are equipped on this until end of turn. Or maybe I should have said for battle on the other side. Whatever. But he is a common. Maybe let's make him rare for the heck of it. Let's make him rare, even though he's tiny. He's 5 stars, kind of a throwaway character. So while he is ranged for the fun of it, because he's a grill in alt mode and bot mode, he does have the melee trait. He is the chief cook. We've got the cook, and let's see here. I think we'll get to our. Yeah, we'll save the chief dishwasher. It will be last. Now, did I finish him up? Yes, bold 1. This has bold 3, so you can get a total of bold 4 off this guy in bot mode if you can. Even though his attack is only 3, maybe it should be 2, 7, and 0 instead of 3, 7, and 0. I don't know. McGregor is the hidden Highlander spy, because it's supposed to be based on a Toyota Highlander, and you can kind of see the Toyota symbol I tried drawing on the front of it there. And it's based on a Highlander that we have. The car trait, not truck, car, and melee. He's an 8-star Decepticon character with Pierce 2. His stats in alt mode are 2, 10, and 2. Flip him to bot mode. We have, at the moment, I have 2 different images here. One is actually on Earth around Stonehenge, I believe. Thus, Highlander. And McGregor is the name of my mother-in-law. It was my mother-in-law's car, and it was really nice in 2006 when she bought it. As it's an 06 Highlander. It's, we're just trying to keep it working now. It's, 17-year-old car. But she named it McGregor. Originally, I had called this Sport. I think I really like the color work I did on his bot mode. He is saluting. Sometimes I surprise myself. I don't find myself a great artist in whatsoever. So I really appreciate y'all's interest in this work. And you can just see his tag is covered up by the translucent and the text there for his ability. That's supposed to be like McGregor. And if you look at a Highlander, he looks like a Highlander. I did a really good job on this guy. But we have this background, and I have another background that is Cybertron from Beast Machines. But both are exactly the same. Stats are 4, 10, and 1. So his defense goes down by 1. His attack goes up to 4. When this battles and at least orange, black, and white are flipped, you may untap one of your 6-star or less characters. So it's kind of got that, grappling or smoke screen or red alert, flipping certain pip colors for attack, defense, whatever. And this goes either way when this battles. So he can be attacking, he can be defending, and you're going to be able to. You might be able to untap if you have another character that's 6 stars or less. So, again, this is like, it might happen. It probably won't. It's a nice perk if you can get it to be pulled off. But it's that really, I mean, we got a lot of cards that are black and orange. Get your 9 whites in there, battle. And you probably can get another character if you're using small characters, untapped easily. Originally, I had him as some sort of like sports car patrol or something like that. I took that off. He is just car melee in alt mode and melee in bot mode, and he's got a sword. So thus the melee trait makes sense here. I do have him as a common. Let's change him into uncommon. Let me do that. And since I have 2 different bot modes here, I'm going to have to do them both uncommon. Powerline is up next. and like I said, I think we've already gone over some of these before. And Powerline is one of the roughest because he was just a sketch of a sketch. And so when I tried to redone him in Paint 3D, I was just sort of, okay, I just want to get this done. So he doesn't look, that great. He didn't look that great to begin with. He looks a little better. And yes, he's got a green Autobot symbol of all things. I don't know if that means much to y'all. Doesn't mean much to me. He's still just an Autobot. He's a LOL, which is a local operating lineman, not laugh out loud. 7-star truck, melee. The TF just stands for Transformer. Because, your power guys, they go out and they can, they change out transformers on the poles or fix the poles or put in new broken poles. And, you got to give credit to those guys. I mean, you may want to try to, down with the corporation and capitalism, man, blah, blah. But these guys are really put in, quote unquote, very dangerous situations, have to really know what they're doing, or they could die on the spot. It's a very dangerous job. I can just easily say that. 4, 10, and 2 in alt mode, 4 and 1 in bot mode. In alt mode, when you flip to this mode, you may take a white pip upgrade from your scrap. So if he's the first character you attack with, you don't have a scrap. So it's somebody you're going to want to flip. Well, a flip, just a flip thing when you flip. So you can use a Powerline here to get attack drones or any kind of cards like that to get them in your hand. And I didn't say put it in your hand. I felt like there was no need for that. But, you may take a white pip upgrade from your scrap. I'll put it in here. So now it says, you may take a white pip upgrade from your scrap and put it in your hand. Okay, you twisted my arm enough, so there we go. In his bot mode, he is... Okay, there we go. He is a... I have him as a common character. His bot mode looks much better drawn, recolored. Yes, he's in a parking lot of a church somewhere. But he's a ranged character in bot mode. Is he changing? And he's melee in alt mode. So yeah, he's not just a one-sided kind of character that's melee on both modes or ranged on both modes. We saw that on Gridiron, and we were seeing that here with Powerline. McGregor was melee on both sides. So Powerline, just very standard. He might go well with some other truck characters and some of the, some mixed decks, really. Just seeing the green Autobot symbol is kind of neat. I was just trying to do something different when I really came up with him, because I'm like, I really don't have much of a green or character, and so I just came up with this white-green character, The last one we're going to look at is Private Teaspoon, the Chief Dishwasher. Yeah, my name's not Cup, it's Teaspoon, and I'm Cybertron's Chief Dishwasher. Famous line from Season 3. It's about the 4th time I've mentioned it on this channel. 8-star truck in melee. Alt mode, he's 4, 9, and 1. When this attacks, while equipped with an armor, your opponent scraps an upgrade from the defender. So as long as you have an armor on Teaspoon, then you're going to be able to scrap an upgrade, or your opponent's going to have to scrap an upgrade from whoever you're attacking. Yeah, he was one of the first ones I actually tried coloring in Paint 3D when I started all this, and so that's why his paint job coloring job doesn't look that great. Am I going to recolor this? No. So there's that. But when we flip him over, he's a truck in melee, and he's a melee on both sides. We flip him over to bot mode, little better coloring job, still melee. His stats are 3, 9, and 1. When you flip to this mode, you don't see that very often with bot modes, but he's got it. And you can't see the dish that I wrote some in his left hand that he's holding with some Cybertron writing on it. And you can just see the rag that he's supposed to be twirling with his index finger on his right hand. When you flip to this mode, you may scrap a green... I don't know why I want to call orange, green orange or orange green. I apologize. I get that so backwards. I'm so sorry. So you may scrap a green pip from your hand. If you do, scrap an enemy utility. If your enemy does not have any utilities equipped, then you don't have to do that. You don't have to scrap green pips from your hand. But it's a nice perk of just simply flipping him. He doesn't have to attack. He doesn't have to defend. Kind of the same with Powerline, flipping Powerline to alt mode and be able to get a white pip card into your hand. But if Teaspoon here, Private Teaspoon, if your enemies, there's no utilities out there, then this just does nothing. So I made him an uncommon for what it is. You know, let's make him common. That may make more sense here. But it just kind of a solid simple melee character, 8-star truck. I don't know if anybody would want to use him or not. Just something fun, something different. But it's Cup. I mean, you can look at his head, and I based this off Cup because of that silly line, Cup. Sorry, my dishwasher is making a strange sound. Because that line Cup actually said from G1 Season 3. And some people missed that because they hated the movie so much they didn't watch Season 3. And I'm like, boy, yes, even the artwork may have gone up and down, but you know, they missed some pretty good jokes. And some funny adult humor that, you know, Web World comes to mind for one. But there's, you know, that's not the 5 I'm going over today. This is it. So what do y'all think? We may have already gone through these before. I can't remember. But up next, we'll go over Shade, Slapjack, SLVR, BLT, Tempo, and Trunk. I just got to finish and get Tempos and Trunks, stats and abilities written in here. Tighten up their abilities. I got to find their cards and stuff. And when you see Trunk, I tried fixing him, make him look more like the 66 Impala compared to my original artwork. Still doesn't look as great, but we'll save him till next time. So until then, thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. And if you like this content, throw scraplets at the like button. We'll catch you next time. Keep flipping. Keep playing Transformers TCG. And as always, Autobots, let's flip out and let's roll for it.